Crowd boos Minneapolis mayor at protest after he refuses to defund police. Beth Lynch 2020, Twitter. PAA crowd booed Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey at a protest after he refused to defund the police. Thousands of protesters peacefully took to Minneapolis streets yesterday, June 6, for a rally, which ended near Mayor Frey's home, organized by advocacy group Black Visions. Following the death of George Floyd, protesters have been calling for the police to be defunded, something the mayor said he couldn't do. Protests PA images addressing the crowd, he said, "I do have to take responsibility here. I've been coming to grips with my own brokenness in this situation, my own failures, my own shortcomings. And I know there needs to be deep-seated, structural reform in terms how the department operates. The systemic racist system needs to be revamped. The police union needs to be put in its place." The mayor was then asked by a protester for a yes or no answer as to whether he would defund the Minneapolis Police Department, to which he answered, "I do not support the full abolition of the police department." Jacob Frey PA images. In response, Frey was booed, with some leaving the demonstration as a result. Black Visions isn't the only group calling for the defunding of America's police. Several other groups and protesters are also campaigning for it. Defunding the police is seen as an alternative to police reform, and proposes that a portion of the money spent on the police should be allocated elsewhere, for example to other social and economic services. One city that has already committed to this is Los Angeles. City leaders recently announced that they're looking to reallocate $100 to $150 million from the LAPD budget to support the Black community, reported Bustle. PA images. Other police departments have attempted to implement reforms that have been arguably unsuccessful. For example, Minneapolis Police spent $4.75 million on reforms like de-escalating training, yet the death of George Floyd still happened. Politician Ilhan Omar, Minnesota's representative, agreed with the protesters on defunding the police. Speaking to the crowd, Omar said the time for departmental reform has passed, reported the Star Tribune. Robert E. Lee statue. Virginia 1 PA images. She added that the Minneapolis Police Department is rotten to the root, and so when we dismantle it, we get rid of that cancer and we allow for something beautiful to rise. On Friday, June 5, the Minneapolis City Council voted to ban police officers from using chokeholds and neck restraints, and strengthened rules for officers to intervene if a colleague is using excessive force. The action is waiting on a judge's approval. If you have been affected by any of the issues in this article and wish to speak to someone in confidence, contact Stop Hate UK by visiting their website www.stofetuc.org/Talkneve Shackleton is a pint-sized person and journalist at Unilad.